All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Houston Texans. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Bortles now on first down. This is Yeldon on the dump off. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
Let's go.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very solid gain of 27. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Lucy. Check. Green 80. Check.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. Forced out to his left. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Shotgun now for Bortles. Hard throw, incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So that'll move them up 5, make the kick a little easier.
Rarely do you get kickers that don't want some yardage closer to the post, right? It's rare, but in this case, they'll definitely take them.
And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. So it's an empty possession there, and you'd have to say it's not like him to come up short on a kick like that.
Yeah, and it's real easy for me to say this, but anything in the 40 to 49-yard range should be pretty automatic for an NFL kicker, especially in terms of at least getting it there. So you're right. That is a surprise if this would come up short.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Richmond. Come back.
Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Reset. Target. Two jet.
Throwing again is Watson. Underneath for Miller. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He's going to air one out. And he's caught on his sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down, threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary, incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
380.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd.
Let's go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles steps away to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Carlos Watkins able to get outside the numbers and drop him for a loss of a yard. And the Jaguars send out their punter. Back deep, Bruce Ellington. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or 2 shy of midfield. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Watson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought down. A 1st down carry down for Miller. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Tiger. Come back.
On second down, here's Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And the ball is knocked out. Watson on first down. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Bruce Ellington, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans are in for 6. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now the return, Rashad Green. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Green 80.
Bortles now on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Paul. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
On second down, here's Fournette. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Paul bringing it in. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Spread right. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Andre Howell, the one to bring him down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Green 80.
From the gun, it's Bortles. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and count.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went in the other direction, had some blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Come back, come back. Come back, come back.
Fresh off the pick six, it's Watson. On the right side, this is Miller. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Target.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. Lamar Miller. He's at the 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Bortles going to throw. Buying time to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Watson. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Yannick Ngakoue. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. To throw is Watson, and he's going to go down again. Malik Jackson in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? Watson hands to Miller on the draw. And an Allen run. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Leckler now on as he'll punt this away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. The Jaguars getting set to go. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Spread left, spread left, spread left. Here we go, here we go.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Hey, spread left. Spread left. Hey, 5-0, 5-0.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Yeldon. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. And a stoppage here. A timeout before this third down play takes place, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The Jaguars on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hank. Hey, 5-0, 5-0. 5-0, 5-0. Let's go, let's go.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
Ellington now to return it. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try to stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Watson just beating the play clock. Caught here by Griffin. And he's going to be out of bounds right at the 40. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. Now a first down throw, Watson. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
From the 50, it's Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Here we go.
Bortles to throw on second down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Coverage that time by Aaron Colvin.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, it feels like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. On third and long, it's Bortles. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Bortles to the former Jet, Safarian Jenkins for the Jags first down. Fournette, a first down carry. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Here we go. Spread right, 72. Set.
Again, it's Fournette. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Go right. Here we go.
The pitch to Fournette. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Jonathan Joseph there for the tackle.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Let's go. Go right.
On second down, here's Yeldon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Carlos Watkins in there for the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game.
Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the fourth. The Jaguars on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now Bortles. They still can't get it. He can run for it, and he will. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to break up 4th. And Lambeau will put this one through, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, trying to atone for it here on this drive. Malik Jackson there to make the stop.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. My music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. They'll run it again with Miller. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Calais Campbell in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Here's Shane Leckler now as he's on to punt for Houston. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That's taken on the 25. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense. 1st down and 10. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They go play action here on 1st down. Flush to his right. They'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 36. Bortles now on 1st down. Lee's got it over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 1st down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. Bortles on the give to Fournette. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
go left. Lucy. Here we go. Green in.
Now Bortles throwing on second down, eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm, incomplete. Now it's third down. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Back to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on fourth down. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
11.
Now Bortles. Got to have this one. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. When someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? I think you're exactly right. It takes a fortitude to call that type of a play, but when it doesn't work, oh boy, you wish you hadn't.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Again, it's Miller. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Football League, Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Texans, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they fall to defeat for the 2nd time this season. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we sign off from Jacksonville.